So when you started recording these records, man, you know, I thought you was always kind of doing the DJ effect. But I knew you always had the songs where you got one of the most recognizable voices in the game, just being on soundtracks or getting airplay all over the place, man. It was never a time, like even to this day.
To this day, man.
People gonna hear your voice and know what it is. You know, what was the first record that you laid down that you seen take off and become one of those in the game?
Okay, so first of all, I am blessed to have one of the most recognizable voices on this planet. There is nowhere that you can go at a basketball game, a venue, a club, a bar, a lounge, whatever, that you're not going to at least hear my voice one time if there's somebody actually DJing. So that's a blessing. And that's not in America, that's across the planet. That's why I'm able to go to all these places. I run. On an average, every year I have to renew my passport because I'm going to so many locations. The first time that I made a record that took off was when I made Hands Up, which Hands Up was the joint on Busta Rhymes. Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? And we went in and did that record. That was the record that made me decide. I decided that I needed to do something for my brother and I needed to get him through school. I said, yo, man, if I could make this record and make $500 a show, I'll do 100 shows, that's $50,000. I get my brother to go to school. I did it. And what happened was, because I was the guy who went to the radio station and talked to all the radio DJs, I was telling them, listen, I'm doing a record. I'm doing it to put my brother through school. Can y'all help me? Back then, there was no email. They like, send me the record. So when I sent them the record, it was good. Man, that record took off and started booming everywhere, man. Like, everybody was playing that. Before that, I had a record that I had made by myself, trying to imitate DJ Cool. I wish that I had that record because it was the worst record that you'll ever hear in the history of music. I wish I had it just to show people how bad it was. But that first record, Hands Up, it was a killer. And then I had another record called Where You At? And you know, when you are artists, the most important record of your career is your second record. And here's why. Because you can make a hit record, right? But can you do it again? Okay? There's so many people that make one massive hit record, Gangnam Style. You know, like something that the whole world knows, but what's your next record? The next record is gonna prove whether you're gonna be here or not. Made a record called Where You At? And it was, I did a little something. Did a club up, all that. And then I decided that I wanted to make a record for women. And I came to the Brooklyn Clan with this beat, Faith Evans, boom, 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 psh, psh, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, we need to make a lady record. And I sat in every routine that I had in the club that worked, I just put it all on one record. And I took it to Puff. Again, because I've known Puff forever. Took it to Puff. Now I'm on Hot 97. I'm established. But I still go to the artists to get permission to use their records, even though it's like a fake permission. But because I'm on the radio, you're not going to say no. So went to him. I said, yo, Puff, what you think about this, man? He said, he listened to me. He's on the phone, eating a salad, doing all kinds. He wasn't paying attention to it. I walked out of that session thinking that Be Faithful, the record that everybody hear now, you got a $100 bill, get your hands up, was the worst record in the world. But I said, something told me, you know, something just for. And I put it out, and it made me about, I just started giving people, I put records out on the radio station. So back in the days, if you wanted to promote your record and you were close enough to people at Hot 97, you could put your record in the studio. Because I worked there, I could put it in there. I put it in there, one box was gone, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box, and it's hot. 3 weeks later, I used to work overnight, so I'm in my studio, and the hotline rings. The hotline people is you have the phone number that the artists call on in, you got the number that the regular people call in, and you got the hotline. That's the fucking boss. Hotlines ring. I'm like, what did I do, man? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Puff call, and it's not my boss, it's Puff. Puff like, the B-Fake was playing in the background. You could hear she going, oh, you got $100 bill, get your hands on it. And I was like, Puff was like, yo, this is crazy, ah. And I was like, yo, but Puff, you didn't even care about the shit when I came. You said, yo, man, this shit is fire. Boom, bang the phone. And right then and there, I knew I had a hit.
Gotcha. Nah, that record right there was going crazy. So the one you did with Busta Rhymes, man, getting in there with Busta Rhymes, what was that experience like, man?
Well, you know something? I never got in the studio with any of these guys when I did the record. I took the song, and the Brooklyn Clan would sample the song and do all of the tricks and stuff like that, and then I would just put my vocals on it. Then I would go back to Busta or whoever I made the record off their beat and be like, yo, bro, I sampled your record. Do I have like a soft permission to use it?
Gotcha.
It wasn't even no shit with Universal Records. It was nothing. It was just like, yo, Bust, can I use it? Yeah. Now, one time when we did the Be Faithful record, of course, you use it. That's on Arista Records. So Arista Records calls the company that I used to record records for called 88, and it's like they're gonna sue them to Kingdom Come. The guy, Mark Petricone, calls me and he's like, yo, man, I just got a letter from Arista Records, man, they gonna sue them. Dog shit out of this label. So I called Puff and I said, yo, Puff, man, again, I'm on Hot 97 now, so this is a whole different kind of power. We the only station in America, actually in the world at the time, that was playing hip-hop. So we had a different kind of power. We were as popular as the artists to an extent. So I called Puff and I was like, yo, Puff, man, yo, these niggas is calling, talking about they gonna sue my label and all kinds of shit like that. And Puff is one of them dudes, he's a very intense dude. He was like, man, don't just hold on. I'll be right back. Bang the phone on me. Maybe about an hour and a half later, the director of business affairs for Arista called the owner of the label, called myself, and he apologized. He's like, nah, man, I'm sorry, we didn't know, blah 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 blah. Because that's the power Puff had. He was Bad Boy Records then, and Puff will talk. And y'all don't know Puff. Puff will talk crazy to you. If he's in that zone, he's talking crazy. So I can't even imagine what he said to them. You know that is Hot 97. That means all records won't get played. I can only imagine what he said, but they apologized. So it was good times, man.